It is time to do my review of Captain Marvel. What's up, YouTubers of the world? Mega Geek Mixer here to give you guys my review on Captain Marvel. I just saw it yesterday with a friend of mine, and this is what I thought of it. It was okay. Yeah, I'm sorry if this is going to upset some of you guys, but hey, we're all entitled to our opinions here. And some of us, there are some things we go in there looking for, and there's some things we go in there not looking for. Now, me, I went in there with an open mind. I was ready to be ready for whatever came our way. But I will be honest that when it comes to some of the origin stories that the MCU had, for all of them, they didn't really pan out so well. The only one that really panned out so well was Iron Man. So that's one thing I kind of was knowing when I went into this movie, that maybe it wouldn't be on the par like some of the top Marvel movies of the MCU has made that I think are on the top 10 or so out there. But I would at least want to think that it still worked its way into saying maybe being one of the better of the origin stories. But fortunately, we didn't really get much of that. But basically, what I think of this film, it was all right. And yeah, don't worry, guys. I forgot to mention, this is completely spoiler free, so I'm not gonna reveal anything that'll spoil the movie for you guys. So don't worry about that. But I will say that before we started the movie, it gave us a very, very honorable tribute to Stan Lee. When I was in that movie theater and every one of us saw that and saw the words "Thank you, Stanley," I was like everyone else in that theater. I had to applaud them for that. No, there was no better way to make a tribute to such a legendary comic artist like that guy. Stanley, you will be remembered forever. Now going on to what is it that makes me not really be happy with this movie? Well, first off, the story pretty much, like, okay, at the beginning it's all going pretty good there, but when it gets to the middle it really lags on a lot. It just like drags on and just taking its time to get to the point. Then the only thing that kept me entertained in that spot was the humor, but it wasn't enough to make me ignore the fact that why is this taking so long? Why are we getting all these things here? In other words, come on, guys, let's get this moving. Don't get me wrong, guys. I understand that when it comes to some movies, you gotta have some things in front of here to move the plot before you can get to the plot trigger in a bit. But there are some times where even then, when you're doing that, people are going to notice when it's just lagging. And that's what I was seeing with it. But, but like I said, some of the humor at least kept me entertained for it, but it wasn't enough. And what really really disappointed me with it was what they did with the scrolls. I'm not going to tell y'all what they did with them, but let's just say that they they aren't as big of a role as you guys think. They're not in as big of a role as you guys are probably thinking when y'all see the trailers of this. Yeah, let's just put it like that, and you will find out the rest as you go on. As for the characters, most of them are just they really don't make me have much believability with them. Most of them really uh say the one that Captain Marvel's with, that guy, I forget his name, but all I know is that like him as her mentor and stuff, and their interactions just don't make me find it convincing how a mentor relationship there, a mentor student relationship. I just see them really just bashing each other and just saying whatever to each other. And it's not really feeling like there's anything there at all. And as for like the Captain Marvel's best friend, well, she pretty much just plays like out in every other supportive character out there. She's just there for a certain thing, but then after that, she's just around. She's just around much. And that's sometimes have been a problem with the MCU. Their supportive cast kind of just it's just there. Like, not many of the supportive casts are as impactful as we would want them to be. And that's sad on that end. And now, but I would, or actually for a minute there, and finally, let me talk about Captain Marvel. I'm afraid, I'm sorry, guys. Brie Larson, she's a great actor. She really is. I mean, Kong Skull Island, she was one of my favorite actors in that movie. But in this one, she's just not really convincing me as a superhero. Why? Well, because like some of the roles she was given and how she acts out on them, they just don't really scream to me about what I've seen in Captain Marvel, from iterations of Avengers, Earth Mightiest Heroes, or Avengers Assemble, or some other films that have, or some other animations that have that have discussed Captain Marvel or her being a focal point. And this one, you really don't get to see any of that. You just see her just her doing her things as this Kree soldier. And anytime she's on Earth, really, she's not really showing any signs of the human side to her. I mean, I get there's a reason for that, but even still, you would think they could at least convince you, they would make you be convincing as the superhero here, because really they didn't really show anything to make me believe she could be a hero like Superman in the Man of Steel movie. While I don't like that film, it at least still brings in some aspects about Superman, about sometimes on how like he's thinking about is how can I do the right thing if I don't know what the right thing is here? Well, in this film, you don't really get that with her. She just thinks what she's gonna do is right, and she doesn't need to worry about it. And if the consequences and if the outcome wasn't as good as she likes, she just lets it go and just continues to do the same thing. It doesn't really make me be convinced about her. And also, this was supposed to make us know that she is the most powerful hero in the MCU. And yet, some of the things she did, I could be like, I'm pretty sure Thor can do that as well. So I hope Endgame can at least make us believe better that she is the most powerful hero in the MCU. Because what she did in that movie, Thor can do. Pretty much, Thor could do the same thing if he wanted to. But I'll now go into the positive. Like I said, the humor was great. It was nice seeing the humor there, and the effects for being in space, and the visualness. I mean, the CGI appearances they gave for Fury and Coulson when they were younger. It was awesome. I liked it. But like I said, unfortunately, it wasn't enough to save the film. But either case, guys, I would definitely like to hear your guys' thoughts on them, and please be respectful about people's opinions. I mean, I'm sorry if my thoughts on the film didn't sit well with you guys, but we're all entitled to our opinions here. My friend, he loved it. And I didn't object to him for it. He has his taste, and I have my taste. He respected my opinion. I respected his. So I would like you guys to do the same, please, because I've been seeing some videos on how some people have been unsubscribing to others just because they've had a difference of opinion on the Captain Marvel movies or other stuff and all that. And guys, let's just try to be level-headed about all this, okay? That's all I'm asking. But definitely let me know what you guys thought of the film. And if you're enjoying my channels, just please give it a subscribe, hit the bell icon to be notified when I make more videos. And one more thing, I give it like a 7 out of 10. That's what I think on the movie. But until then, Mega Geek Mixer signing out. Bye!